So first and foremost, your website is the hub. I would actually lump your Google business listing in there because Google looks at both your website and your Google business profile when it decides how close to the top to show either your website or your maps listing. And the maps listing is much more prominent and shows your rating, phone number, if you're open or not. Your Google listing and that Maps 3-pack is going to drive more calls and traffic to your website than your ranking in the regular search results, the ones that appear way down the page. But your website SEO has a factor in the ranking of your maps listings. So, because Google now has what's called a blended algorithm. So that's why these two are so intertwined and critical for when people search for you by name or just searching for a chiropractor. So how well is your website set up for conversion? Does it have real photos of the doc and staff? People do business with people they know, like, and trust. Show them who you are by putting photos of you and your team instead of stock photos. Does it speak to your target avatar? Does it address their fears and frustrations and speak to why they should choose you? You have a short welcome video introducing yourself and what they can expect should they come to you. And make it obvious you can help them. In other words, instead of talking about subluxations and what services you offer, just make it clear what conditions you can treat. Create a page that lists the various conditions they can get help with at your office. Make it about them, not you. That may sound counterintuitive, but they care about themselves more than you. They care about whether you can help them survive and thrive. Make it clear who you can help, because I guarantee when they come to your website, they're trying to figure out if you can help them. And if it's not clear, they aren't going to work hard to find out. They'll just leave and go to the next one. And can they easily contact you? Is your phone number visible and tappable at the top and throughout the site? 61% of folks say messaging is the easiest, most convenient way to contact a business. Are you giving them the opportunity to engage via chat so it's easy to send you a message from any part of the website? Can patients book appointments directly from the website? Not request an appointment by submitting a form, but truly secure an open time slot. Web forms is where leads to go to die. Too many of them go unanswered or take a long time to follow up. People can't trust that a form is going to get a response. So even if they do submit a request, if they're just looking for a chiropractor, they'll most likely just go back to Google and click on the next one until their mission of finding someone who can help them and scheduling an appointment is complete. And are you leveraging marketing automation and text messaging to maximize your appointment conversion rates? All of these factors combined can easily take a 10% conversion rate and turn it into a 70% conversion rate of website visitors into leads. Imagine if you could get 7 times as many new patients from your website. How much faster would you hit your 2023 goals? Take a moment, pull up your website, and look at it with the perspective I just shared. Is it built to convert? Is it missing any of those components that could get you more patient leads? Jot down any of those items you want your website team to tackle for you. Or if there are too many, this could be an opportune time to overhaul your website. By the way, we can help with that if you want. All right, going back to our digital dominance wheel, you'll want to make sure your practice shows in the Google Map 3-pack when a person searches for a chiropractor. If you've looked up any type of service online, you've probably seen results similar to this. With pay-per-click ads at the top, the joint is using extensions to take up extra real estate. So they're, the only one we see here right now. But pay-per-click ads get about 14% of the clicks for local search intent like this. The Maps 3-pack gets 68% of the clicks. That means only 18% bother to scroll down past what's visible. And I'd wager that only happens when the results aren't favorable, like the listing that doesn't include their website, or they're closed, or they have no or few reviews, or a bad rating. Another thing to consider is that when a person searches from a computer instead of their phone, many times they just dial one of the numbers listed here, which means that Google doesn't track that activity. And the 3 chiropractors in the Maps results actually get even more than 68% of the search traffic. So if you want new patients calling you, then you definitely want to appear more often in the Maps 3-pack. But get this, what most chiropractors and business owners don't know is that where a person searches from affects the ranking of the results. Of course, it makes sense that searching from Los Angeles is going to give you local results instead of a provider in Dallas, Texas, but it's much more fine-tuned than that. A business isn't going to rank in the same spot from everywhere in town. And this is called the pizza effect, because Google treats all businesses like it would if you were searching for a pizza place, because you mainly care that A, they serve pizza, B, they're nearby, and C, if they're any good. So Google's going to show you results based on those 3 factors. And one of those is how close the business is to where you search from. So tools like you see here can tell you what position you have from different parts of your city. The example on the screen shows results every half-mile away. So you search for chiropractor from your parking lot, you see yourself in the number 1 or 2 spot, and you think, hey, I'm doing all right. But try driving a mile or 2 away and see where you show up. It may not be so good. Like here, we see an office as number 2 right by their office. But a half-mile away, they're number 6. And if you're not in the number 1, 2, or 3, then it really doesn't matter because you're not getting the click or the call. The thing to know is that there are things you can do that can improve your ranking in those other areas of town. The 3 factors are proximity, authority, and relevance. So things like your citations, your Google description, your reviews on Google, and more, can move you into those top 3 spots from just about anywhere in your city. And once you do that, you'll get a good portion of the people searching Google for a chiropractor to call you or come to your website, which better be built to convert those people into leads and appointments.